Creative Hub TV. Today we are talking to the talented and very creative Asha Peck. Asha Peck, welcome to today. How are you?
Good, thank you. Thank you for having me.
So amazing to be able to sit with someone so talented like yourself. I am so looking forward to hearing about your story.
Yay, thank you.
Now, in such a short space of time, you have achieved incredible success with this amazing Gold Coast Girls in Business.
Yes.
And I just have to hear all about this.
Yeah,
So
it
tell
has
me.
taken off. It's just gone from overnight to a massive success, and it's snowballed ever since, so it's been amazing.
So you've reached 5,000 members in such a short space of time. I mean, how did you do it?
Yeah, I to be honest, we held our first event when we hit 1,000 members, and since then the requests just roll in and roll in and roll in. They just don't stop.
What do you think happened? Like, how did this happen?
It was kind of an overnight idea that I had. I had my own small business that had just a new startup type of thing. I needed some advice on a lot of things, and I just couldn't find the avenues to get the answers. I tried a few different groups and didn't find the vibe what I was really looking for, so I thought, why not just create it myself?
So you have now launched this in Brisbane, Sydney and Melbourne.
Yes,
What's next?
and
The
Gold
world?
Coast. Perth will be next. There has
Wow.
been a lot of Perth girls asking for a group. I really wanted to focus on keeping it local for these girls, to keep the girls connecting, and then when we hit Australia, then take the rest of the world, hopefully.
Okay, so let's break it down just a little bit. Tell us, what is this really all about? Like, who would join a group like this?
So any woman. It's really about empowering women in business, but also women who would like to be in business for themselves that just don't know it yet. So it's all about connecting these women, getting them talking and networking, and then inspiring them to take their business to the next level.
So tell us, what makes your networking different to somebody else's?
I think it's the fact that my passion. So you just can't fake passion, I don't think. So I think just the fact that everything came so naturally and without forcing it, and the girls just really connected with that.
So I want to know now a little bit more about that passion. So what drives you? How did this all start?
This all started with me needing a bit of help and advice myself, but very quickly turned into loving the fact that women were getting so much out of it, and being able to grow themselves personally and professionally really drives me now. So I'll get up in the morning going, who can I help today? Who have I helped today? And that's what really motivates me now.
Your energy is so infectious. I love it. I love
Oh,
it.
thank you.
So what was the intention that you set to create such a movement?
I wanted to create a positive environment, somewhere that women felt safe to actually ask these questions, because that's where I felt I struggled a lot. I didn't feel confident enough to ask the questions without feeling like I was going to get judged, or someone would say something negative in return, and I had enough of the negativity, and I just wanted it to be positive and supportive.
So negativity in what form? Was this
More so when I was unsure about starting in business, when other women were a little bit further along, and you just felt, I personally felt a little bit not safe to ask the questions without feeling like someone was going to judge me for it.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So this is quite interesting. So take us back a little bit about your childhood, or the influences that you've had, the experiences that you've had that would actually help you to be the person that you are today.
Definitely. Well, my dad has been a huge part of that for me. He was a very successful businessman when I was younger, and he ran pubs and bottle shops and things like that. So I was always surrounded by men in power, and as much as I looked up to my dad, I also seen a lot of negative sides to men in power, being a young female in that type of environment growing up. So I knew that I wanted to get to where he was, but in a completely different aspect, and empowering women along the way as well.
Wow, that's an incredible experience that you've
Yeah,
had.
yeah.
It's always the hardships that set us up for something great in the future.
Definitely.
It's quite incredible. So what motivates you every day?
Everything, I think. Life motivates me at the moment. Kids, people I don't know, women, people who are just achieving greatness on a daily. It's everything really at the moment motivates me.
How do you juggle family and business? Like, how does that happen
It's
for you?
been tricky in the beginning. It was quite tricky with a full-time job, my business and 2 kids and a husband. It was very tricky, but balancing, just figuring out a balance that works for you has really helped.
Do you have help? Does somebody help you? A nanny?
No, so I do it all myself, and my husband works huge hours, 6 days a week, so we try to do it all ourselves as much as possible. Kindy and vacation care help a lot, but other than that, just relying on family and friends who also love to help us out.
So I understand fear held you back for a long time. Tell us a little bit about that experience.
I think growing up in the environment that I did, being surrounded by very strong male personalities, mixed with a little bit of alcohol, and in that type of environment, just being able to say where I wanted to go in life and I would be shut down immediately. You can't get there, women can't do that. And I was surrounded by that my entire life growing up. So everyone in a successful role in my life was a male, and I never had that female that I could look up to and go, we can do it. And I just had to figure it out for myself that it can be done, and not to let that fear hold me back anymore.
How do you use that knowledge to do what you do today? Like, how does it make you go to the next level?
I really try and get that message across to women that men are not the most successful people in your life, and they definitely don't have to be. Yes, there are some really amazing successful men, but there are also some even more amazing successful women, and that's really where you need to focus on looking. So up to just to the right inspirational person, really.
So what is it about you that you have created this vision to empower women?
I think it was, I had a very strong disbelief in myself, so I never trusted anything that I was going to do. I think being a young mum and being told, you know, you're too young for this, you can't do this, that really stuck in my mind for a long time. And then I had a moment last year, kind of a life-changing moment, that really got me focusing on, right, like, this is your time and you can trust and believe in yourself, so do it. And I just did, and things just started opening up for me, and my life just changed basically overnight, to be honest.
Wow. Is there a key statement that one of them would have said to you that would have breathed life into this fearful person that suddenly became a powerful go-getter?
I don't know. Not off the top of my head. Just
Was it a feeling? Was it an energy?
It was an energy for sure, and a feeling, especially from my dad from a young age. Without saying, my dad wasn't a very outspoken person. He liked to keep his feelings in, but you could feel that he knew that I wanted to go places, and he trusted that I could get there. And that always stuck in the back of my mind too, knowing that if I have his support, that means a great deal to me.
This is the year of the entrepreneur. So a lot of women are rising, waking up, becoming empowered. What does the future look like for Gold Coast Girls in Business? Where are you taking them?
The future looks amazing for Gold Coast Girls in Business. I just want everyone to understand their power and to step into it. Don't be afraid of what other people are going to think, say or do. Stick to your lane and do what makes you happy, because at the end of the day, it's your life and you only get one of them. So make yourself proud.
So what do you do as a person to fulfill that leadership quality where those girls will look up to you, even though you're still so young? What do you do?
Believing in myself, and as silly as it may sound, that changed everything about me. It was just that one little thing, and changing that switch in your mind from, oh, this might happen, this might happen, this might happen, to just do it and see what happens.